Hello friends, I'm Gabe.
And I'm Anne-Marie.
Why is writing in English different from speaking, reading, or listening?
Because it's the hardest skill to learn naturally. Learning to write in English requires mastering very specific skills and learning particular rules in order to do it well.
And of course, this takes lots of practice over time. But while you are on your writing journey, these tips can help.
The tip we're looking at first is make sure you are learning and using the correct writing structure.
Correct writing structure in English follows different rules than Chinese does.
You might be used to starting at one discussion point while writing and moving in a line towards other points, but English is more circular.
That's right. There is much more repetition and focus on key points in English writing. Here's the basic idea. Writing papers and speeches in English follows a specific format: intro, body, and conclusion.
So let's talk about that. First of all, in the intro, you need to state your topic and the purpose of your speech or paper. The length of your paper determines how long this will be. But in general, for shorter papers, you need to spend at least 3 sentences stating this.
In English, you don't save your point for last, you state it up front and then give supporting arguments, reasons, or facts. For example, maybe your paper is about why you like dogs more than cats.
Your intro paragraph should say something like, everyone has an opinion about whether dogs or cats make better pets. Personally, I like dogs better than cats. In the following paragraphs, we will look at reasons to support my opinion.
After your intro paragraph comes the body of your paper or speech. This is where most of the information you want to communicate goes. The body will be at least 1 paragraph, and you should separate each supporting paragraph into separate paragraphs.
So, 2 points for liking dogs more than cats could be, number 1, they are more active, and number 2, they are more loyal. Both of those points should be their own paragraph in the body of your paper.
All right, finally in your paper comes the conclusion. In the conclusion, you are going to restate the purpose of your paper and how the previous points supported your idea. This doesn't feel repetitive to English speakers. Actually, it feels conclusive.
You could say, based on the reasons stated above, I feel that dogs make better pets than cats, or something similar to that. This can be just a few sentences or a longer wrap-up paragraph.
If you follow this basic writing structure, you'll have a template for writing structure in English.
Speaking of writing structure, there's something else related to that we should talk about. Topic sentences. The topic sentence of a paper states what the paper will be about, and the topic sentence of each paragraph in a paper states what each paragraph will be about.
Topic sentences are generally the first sentence of a paragraph, and they're important. Use the topic sentence to clearly state what you are trying to communicate in the paragraph that will follow.
You may be thinking, wait, I want to save my main point for the end. But that's not usually how native speakers write.
For example, let's say you're writing a paper about ways to reduce stress. In your first point, you want to talk about exercise. You should simply state at the beginning of that paragraph, exercise is a great way to reduce stress, and then state the research or reasons why.
The reason this is important has to do with the way English speakers think. They can more easily process questions and information if they first have context. The rest of your information will make more sense to them if they know how it fits into a bigger idea.
So, if we were to continue with the idea or the topic about exercise, we could say, exercise is a great way to reduce stress. This is in part due to the hormones your body produces, and then continue with more points that support your topic sentence.
Topic sentences can also help you structure your paper, because once you've decided on your topic sentences, all the information that fits into that topic can be put in that paragraph.
Now, you may be wondering how many topic sentences you need to have. Well, think of them as main points that you want to communicate throughout your paper.
Yes. If you discover that you have 8 main points, then you'll probably have at least 8 paragraphs, and each needs a topic sentence,
which will basically be the main points that you already wrote down. Got it?
Good. Now that we've got that down, let's look at a common problem English language learners have when writing.
Great idea. Sometimes it's easy to use the same vocabulary over and over again.
So let us introduce a special tool that can help make your writing more interesting and improve your vocabulary as well. The Thesaurus.
So what is a thesaurus? Well, it's a book full of synonyms, words that mean roughly the same thing as other words. When you want to find a word to replace another overused word, you can check to see what the thesaurus says.
For example, maybe you are writing about an exciting trip that you had. You shouldn't use exciting over and over in your paper.
Instead, you should check what the thesaurus says are synonyms for exciting. Words like exhilarating, thrilling, stirring, rousing, stimulating, flashy, breathtaking, sensational, or electrifying are just some of the synonyms for exciting.
All these words have slightly different meanings, but are better ways to describe a trip than just exciting.
And if you don't know what some of those words mean, then great, you're learning vocabulary by using the thesaurus too.
Now, we're not saying don't use the most common terms like exciting, but if you need to communicate a similar idea again and again, try using different words throughout your text.
Yes, for example, listen to this. I had an exciting day at the amusement park. I saw an exciting show and went on an exciting ride. Sounds kind of boring and repetitive, right?
Right. Now, listen to this. I had an exciting day at the amusement park. I saw a flashy show and went on an exhilarating ride.
We hope this helps. Again, when writing, keep a thesaurus handy, or if you don't have one, Google the word you're looking for, followed by the word synonym, and see what pops up.
Okay, friends, there's one more tip we need to look at today.
That's right. As you learn to express more and more ideas in English, you've probably learned lots of common expressions and idioms.
Yeah, no pain, no gain.
Or an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Those are both great expressions, and you know what they mean.
And some idioms are, oh, my favorite, to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, or the grass is greener on the other side.
It's raining cats and dogs. That's one almost everyone I've met has heard.
And by the way, yes, we do use that one in conversation. But our tip today has to do with writing, and it's this. Use expressions and idioms sparingly.
That means not a lot, if not at all. Now I know what you're thinking. 成语很重要. Yes, we know. In Chinese, it's important to throw in those 4-word idioms in your speeches and writing.
But not in English. It just doesn't impress readers or audiences as much. In fact, if you have too many, it can distract from the message that you're trying to communicate.
This is because idioms can quickly become cliché if used too often.
And in English, when expressing your own thoughts or opinions in a paper, it's best to find an original way to express your idea rather than relying on idioms.
For example, instead of writing, "When I woke up this morning, it was raining cats and dogs," try to put together other words for your own unique expression. When I woke up this morning, it was raining so hard, I couldn't tell when the sun came up.
Now that's an interesting example because you even added a detail about the sun being covered.
To conclude, idioms and expressions are fun to learn and good to use in conversation sometimes, but they will not really impress people. And we want you to be original. Write in a way that makes you stand out.
We hope this helps. If you found any of these tips helpful, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel and let us know in the comments what topic you would like us to cover next. We'll see you next time.